Hello. I've just had this day of like, not rotting, but like integration. I feel like my body's just needed to slow down because everything's just been so boom, boom, boom. So much boom, boom, boom. And had a bit of like a overload, psychic overload, expression overload maybe. And I've just had this realization about something, and I'm making this to talk to my 15-year-old self that has shame that I didn't realize I was carrying. But yeah, I've been on this outburst of expressing myself, and it's been in pure like alignment with me, and this is like on like all platforms, and it's all different parts of myself. But yeah, on Instagram I like posted something that I just wanted to post, and I don't know, it really comes from my heart, you know, and it's really just random, but like it's just expression, you know what I mean? But yeah, I have been feeling alone in it, and anyways, I started feeling like the energy of one person that I was friends with when I was 15, and I don't know, I was just brain rotting, chilling today, and just nurturing my body, and yeah, her energy came through really strongly, and I just instantly had this feeling of like, fuck you. Fuck you and fuck off. I just felt like her judgmental words. I haven't thought about this person in a really long time. Like, this is when I was 15. This is so long ago, you know? But yeah, at that time, I was having a lot of parties in my house. I was sort of in the position of being the mum of the house at the time, and parents not home, and anyways, so I was having parties a lot, and I was sleeping with a lot of people, and I didn't realize I still had shame around that. I just haven't thought about it in such a long time. But yeah, there was a period of like a few months where I was sleeping with a lot of people, and I was just like a messy 15-year-old that was just in a position where she wanted to have fun, and she was a people pleaser and pleasing people, and at the same time wanted to be expressive and do what she wanted to do, and at the same time like having to look after her younger sisters, and yeah, at the time my younger sister needed like extra care because of the medical condition that she was in. You know, I've never acknowledged that's a lot for a 14, 15-year-old, but that's what happened. But the main thing that stuck with me was this girl shaming me for just making derogatory comments around like sleeping with those people. And at one of the parties, a memory came up where she like got angry at me for sleeping with someone when my sister like needed me to do some like medical thing for her. And yeah, I was just laying down. I just like, it literally like made so much anger come up in me. I'm like, you don't understand what I've been through. Like, you don't understand the responsibility that I have. Like, fuck off, you're in my house. And like, oh, wow. Wow. I can't believe that's still in me. I can believe it because I'm feeling it in my body. And I think it was like when the next term started, people thought that I had done something, slept with somebody when I didn't, and no one believed me. And then I lost all my friends and all my best friends as well. And they were like making up rumors about me, like my bestest friends at the time. And I was in a very dark, lonely place and full of shame. And when I went to the school therapist, she was like, but that's like, it's like none of their business, like what you're doing. Like, you're allowed to sleep with other guys. You're allowed to do what you want to do. And I never believed that until this moment where I just sat outside with myself and with my cigarette right now, and I was like, yeah, what the fuck? I'm allowed to do whatever the fuck I want. I'm allowed to express that. And you know what? Maybe it's going to make people uncomfortable, but it's not my fucking problem. It's not my problem. But there's something about that time where I was just, expressing myself in the way that I wanted to in that moment. And there's nothing wrong with that. And at the time, I thought that there really was something wrong with that. Like, I just felt like I was out of control and I needed to be more in control. And at the time, I started seeing somebody, and my best friend then, we didn't talk for a while, but one thing he said to me, well, actually, I was saying sorry to him to get him back as a friend, which is so upsetting because the rumors weren't true and there was not a sorry from him. Anyways, this has been resolved with him. This got resolved many years later. Like, many years later, actually, this got resolved, and I did speak to him, and I was like, dude, that was fucked. Like, you're a fuckwit. And I didn't know any better. Anyways, but besides the point, I'm just talking about that memory then. And he was like, you better just, like, stick with this guy. And I did. And what an abusive relationship. But besides the point. It's just making me realize more about my pattern with relationships and how they would keep me safe or not spiral. And when I would get into relationships, I wouldn't be expressive with my art or anything. Like, since I ended this really long-term relationship, like mid-2023, I have been more nurturing to my expression, and I think I have this resistance of getting into a relationship now because I'm scared of losing that, because it's like the most important thing to me now, like nurturing my expression and nurturing what I want to do and not letting that go into somebody else because I don't have the boundaries. And I think I do believe now that I'm so strong enough in myself to not let that happen, but I don't think it's possible. This is just like a pattern I've had. But yeah, it's just interesting that I'm going through like a parallel feeling right now, or I'm kind of going through like a You know, when things happen in the past and then when you don't resolve them, the same feeling or nature comes back. I think that's what I'm going through right now, because right now, since being expressive, I've felt this like little part in myself that's like scared of feeling alone if I do, which is what happened at that time when I was sleeping with a lot of guys and people didn't like it and people were saying stuff and then people stopped being friends with me. But then again, I also cannot blame people for being uncomfortable with that, and if they don't want to be friends with someone like that, then that's okay, but it doesn't mean that I'm to be shameful of that. That's just a 15-year-old that's messy and drinking a lot, and that's what she wanted to do at the time. She just wanted to express her raw self. And that's how it came out at that time. And there's nothing to be ashamed of for that. There's nothing to be ashamed of. But yeah, I'm feeling that repeat now. I'm feeling like so devoted to my expression, but there is still a part of me that believes that I will be alone or be unsupported in that, but I am. And I am mainly for myself, but maybe even my brain is blocking people who are supportive. Maybe they're silently supportive. I don't need external validation for me to be myself. And yeah. So yeah. That's just me right now. Processing my expression and processing the blocks that I have and revisiting specific memories that are still stuck in my nervous system, in my energetic system, stuck in time. And yeah, I just want to tell my 15-year-old self that I love her, and I think that she should just do whatever she wants to do, and nobody's ever going to know what you were going through at that time either. So don't expect to be understood either. And maybe I'm expecting to be understood, and I never will be. Only to the capacity of what somebody can understand themselves. But yeah. It's funny, my mom just called me. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's it.